chill, mother fucking lows, ladies and gents. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and as you know, fresh off the motherfucking theaters here, just got done witnessing the early screening for Avatar: Fire and Ash. Yes. I just fucking stumbled across this early screening last minute, man. I was fucking torn because I missed the early one, or the one earlier this month, or around December 2nd or something like that. I don't even know, but once I seen this one, oh my god, I was in there like swimwear. I promise you, because I've been waiting on this one. I felt like this one personally was going to be the pinnacle of it and the peak of Avatar, because they're gonna come out with 2 more of these. They're I think it's planned. They're planning on doing 5, I believe. But this third one, because the second one was all right. Don't get me wrong, the CGI, the action scenes were dope, but the story was just it felt kind of repetitive and redundant in the way to where we waited that long just for something mediocre like that. I was kind of displeased with the Way of Water. It was dope, but I don't know. I feel like they put more money into it than effort into the film itself. I don't know. The strip itself, I'm sorry. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Fire Ash. And yes, it picks up immediately right after The Way of Water. First and foremost, let me warn you guys, this shit is almost 3.5 hours. Yeah, I know. It demands, is very demanding on patience, way more than the previous 2 chapters, while the visuals are absolutely stunning to where it just justifies for the runtime somewhat. Because that shit is mighty crucial. I swear, I was holding in my piss. Oh my, for the Lord, man. Yeah, it was brutal. But the story itself, even though it justified the visuals, the CGI and whatnot, the graphics and all that justifies for the runtime somewhat, the story itself still does not always earn it. If that made sense. There were sequences that lingered a little too long on a familiar beat for my liking, even the character's arc, that just felt a bit, too stalled for me rather than evolving. In a result, the film itself feels epic enough that it scales on a high level, but oddly also feeling very conservative in its storytelling, man, and the whole just plot line of it, the whole premise of it. Sorry guys, finishing this little tail end of this Woody. I couldn't finish before the movie. But yeah. Like I said, it kind of felt conservative a little bit on the storytelling part again, but Cameron, he finds a way to reframe Pandora as a place that's no longer defined by its wonder, which the earlier films really heavily leaned into that whole discovery atmosphere, discovery tone. Us figuring about the tribes and what they're all about and this and that and humans' motives and shit like that, leading us into just a big awe of encountering something that's, very pristine and, untouchable. And here with this one, with this third installment, I felt like it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Pandora felt more bruised and scarred, even like a little bit more hostile, if I would say. It was just dark, very dark, and every single way you could think of, man. The fire people weren't they weren't living, as good as the water people. They were in the trenches with it, and they were rowdy, rowdy. The action set pieces, I will say, are so extraordinary in this film. Like, particularly with the ash people, the fire people or whatever, and their just whole weaponry and tactics. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah. And the leader of the fucking ass people, oh my, she murdered it. Whoever portrayed her, murdered. I gotta look up the casting of this shit again. Like I said, this is just first thoughts coming out, fresh out of the theaters, guys. Like, I'm most definitely gonna have to go check this one out again, because I know I'm gonna have to reanalyze. I missed probably some shit, bro, because this shit was a lot. It was a lot to take in, for sure, man. And I will say that the other highlight besides the leader of the Ash people, because she was just so ruthless and lethal. Kiri and them, like, digging. They did a little smidge, just a little smidge. Cameron he did his part with that, and gave us a little appetizer, a little tease of what her powers is really about, and how she can really what it is about her, how she can control these sea creatures and whatnot. It was two times they did it through the film. So that was like another good highlight of this. But yeah, all in all, I mean, this film is got to be seen in theaters, and it's got to be seen in IMAX or 3D, like something very special. Because this is a theatrical experience that everyone needs to go have. Like, it's, yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give this probably I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10, guys. I got to. This one, yeah, this one stumped. They motherfucking thug dizzle on this one. With that being said, guys, go check this one out. Please go check it out in theaters. I don't think I gotta beg you guys really to, because this one, this is a highly anticipated franchise, so. But for you people who gonna say, wait till it comes to streaming services, please don't. Go check it out while it's in theaters. I advise you to. And then once you do, leave some comments. Everyone else, do the same. There, go witness this greatness. And I'll be waiting. So, thanks for always tuning in. Like and subscribe. Support the motherfucking corp. And so be it. To the motherfucking low.